Hello, this is Hago Selassie from Addis Ababa University. Today, I just want to teach you Mathematics Grade 8, Chapter 1, which is Rational Numbers. When we say rational numbers, the first thing that comes to our mind is, what exactly are rational numbers? What are the numbers that are included in rational numbers and the parts of rational numbers? But today's focus is on fractions. Before I go detail on fractions, I just want to explain the parts of fractions. I mean the parts of rational numbers. So, the first thing that we get is natural numbers. Natural numbers are designated with capital N, and the numbers that are in natural numbers are 1, 2, up to positive infinity. The second one is whole number. Whole number includes 0 and natural number, which means 0, 1, 2, up to positive infinity. The third one is integers. Integers includes the numbers that are in whole number together with negative natural numbers. What do we mean by negative natural numbers? Since natural number includes the numbers from 1 up to positive infinity, multiplying them by negative 1, we will get, or we can change the sign. So there will be negative 1 up to negative infinity. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, up to negative infinity. So it includes those numbers without any decimal point. Without any decimal point. So for example, negative 2 is integer. 0 is included in whole number and in integer. 1 is part of natural number because it begins from 1. And it is also in whole number because it begins from 0 up to positive infinity. It is part of integer because it is included in the domain of integers, because integers includes the positive natural number, the negative natural number, as well as 0. And the last one and the main topic of this chapter is rational number. Natural number includes integers as whole, the negative, the positive, and the 0, together with decimals and fractions. Decimals are expressed in terms of point. For example, we can say 0.5, 1.6, 5.7. Those all numbers are decimals because they are expressed in terms of point. How about the fractions? This is focus that I want to teach you today. Fractions are the representation of portion or parts of the whole. For instance, if we have a bird, if we divide that bird into two parts, into two equal parts, we can say the one part is part of the whole or a portion of the whole. Mathematically speaking, since it is divided into two equal parts, mathematically speaking, we can say 1 over 2. The one part is 1 over 2 of the whole. How about if we divide that into 3 equal parts? The one part is 1 over 3 because it is divided into 3 equal parts. Not only that, the two parts, we can say the two parts are 2 over 3 of the whole. So there are two things in fraction, because since we are using two whole numbers, the one at the top, the second one is at the bottom. The number at the top is called numerator, and the number at the bottom is called denominator. Considering these two numbers, we can divide fractions into two parts. The first one is proper fraction, and the second one is improper fraction. What do we mean by proper fraction and improper fraction? Proper fractions are fractions in which the denominator or the numerator, the number at the top, is less than the number at the bottom or the denominator. For example, 2 over 3. Since 2 is the numerator and 3 is the denominator, and 2 is less than 3, we can say this is proper fraction. 1 over 2. Since 1 is less than 2, we can say this is proper fraction. We cannot divide, or we cannot do any division below that. How about improper fractions? Improper fractions need some steps to be converted to the least term, or to be converted to the proper fraction. For example, 3 over 2. If the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator, we call them improper fraction, because we can do further steps to convert them to proper fractions. For example, 3 over 2 can be divided. If we divide 3 by 2, we will get the result 1 and remainder 1. So we can write that as whole number and fraction, and we call this number mixed number. So it will be 1 and 1 over 2. 1 and 1 over 2. So improper fractions need some step to be converted to proper fraction. They're not going to be converted as whole, but we can write them as whole number together with proper fraction. For example, if we have 5 over 4, we can divide 5 by 4 and we get the result 1 and remainder 1. We have 5 and we divide that by 4 and they will get 1 of each, and we have 1 remainder. And that remainder is going to be split to the 4 parts. So they will get 1 of each and 1 over 4. So the 1 is expressed in terms of whole number, and second one is in terms of fraction. How about if we get 5? Since we say numerator greater than or equals to denominator, 5 can be written in terms of fraction. For example, 5 over 1. Still fraction, even if 5 is greater than 1. So this is improper fraction. Why? 5 can be divided to 1 and we get the result 5 and the remainder 0. And thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next chapter.